yeah, like not even a year. We'll talk about this in a minute.
He was like, yeah.
All right, we're good.
Okay, there we go. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. It is Wednesday. We're coming to you all live. We were getting our technical system set up. So thank you for sticking around. So today we are talking about the cryptocurrency marketplace. Yes, Investing Education Academy is involved in cryptocurrency. We have a group, it's called IEA Crypto Bulls. We meet every first and third Monday to talk about what's going on, latest and greatest in the cryptocurrency marketplace. All right, so everybody who is listening to this, please share it today. Some of you all are still trying to figure out what this cryptocurrency marketplace is. We're going to talk about it. But let me tell you what Leon and I disagreed on right before we went live. As you all know, it is still a celebration of our 1-year anniversary. We'll probably be celebrating to the end of the year. However, we ran a sale and we had a number of new people join Investing Education Academy. Welcome to all of our new members. So I personally was at the mindset that at the end of this live today, we are stopping the sale. So if you all are out there and you were thinking, I want to join Investing Education Academy, if you didn't do it by the end of this call, personally, I was saying that we should just like pull down the offer, and for those that applied and they took advantage, great. For those that didn't, but Leon, the two of us. So Leon said that well, you can tell what you said, Leon.
Yeah, I was saying, so last week Brent announced that that we were going to stop the sale, our 1-year anniversary sale, which is 50% off insiders, 50% off community, and 20% off Panther memberships. We're gonna end it today at 12 midnight tonight. But I realized it was my responsibility during the week to actually put that out there, because we only said it on the live last week. We didn't actually put it out there on Facebook, social media, and in our membership platform. So that was on me. So, and also basically broadcast it more. I didn't do it because I forgot. I got busy during the week. So I said to Brent, let's extend it for one more day. And tomorrow we'll post everyone on social media, say, hey, you have 24 hours, this is the last day, 12 to 24 hours to join if you want. You can take advantage of the discount or not. But yeah, so we're just going to extend our 1-year anniversary special through midnight tomorrow. So anybody that want to join, think about joining, you have another 24 hours to join. And tomorrow we'll post about it across social media and our membership platform. So I won that round primarily because I forgot to post it during the week.
So I'm telling you all, in regards to this 50% off of insider and community level membership, you should take advantage. This won't happen again. 50% more than likely. I don't see us doing a 50% off membership anytime soon. And then for those of you all who are interested in becoming Portfolio Panthers, 20% off for that platform. We're talking about a $5,000 membership. And we already have about 9 or 12 Panthers right now. So it's not as if, people aren't in it. So I just really suggest if you've been thinking about it, you should join. And the reality is, once you come in at any level inside of Investing Education Academy, you stay at that level. So as long as you choose to be a member, the price won't change. So if you come in with this discount, it stays your price for as long as you choose to be a member of Investing Education Academy. And if you've been wondering about the stock market, cryptocurrency, real estate now, life insurance, we're about to start putting out our life insurance education series. And we just recently had a estate planning attorney come on who did a fantastic job telling us about estate planning, what it is, what it means on Saturday. And, some people have started working on their estate plan as a result of that last meeting. It's a lot of good information. I mean, I'm really telling you all this impartially. I mean, granted, it's our company, but just from a stance, we need to know this information. And some of us are just piecing it together from articles or from what we're finding on social media. That's not the best way to build your financial literacy. You really should have a community of people who not only understand it, but they're dedicated, and they're good people who want each other to learn, and they want to share things that they know. So Leon won today. You also definitely, if you're thinking about becoming a member, take advantage, take advantage, take advantage. Yes, that's it. That's my rant for the day.
Now, today's topic of the day is we're covering cryptocurrencies, and we're not covering any specific coin. We're just covering the market in general. And the reason we're doing this is because the market has changed over the last 2 months. So anyone that follows crypto, if you're deep into it, like Brent and I are, and like the group that we have that we meet every twice a month, it's been a rough 2.5 months. So like last March when you had the COVID drop, the COVID drop and the market dropped 35% in 30 days for the stock market. Everyone felt the pain. It was rough for everybody. We finally came through it at the bottom in March of last year, and now we're up, I don't know, like 80% since then.
And Leon, let's tell them how much it hurt, right? Because everybody always hears the good side of it. Because I don't even know what Leon's portfolios, how they suffered during that dip. But for me, I think I saw a 40% drop in my portfolio value. And it felt like a day. It wasn't a day, but it was over the course of like maybe a month or so. But I'm talking about a 40% drop. And this is the part that I think people need to hear. In that 40% drop, I was still up about 75%, something ridiculous. So even with that drop, I was still up 70%. And today, the value of some of my accounts have gone up $3,600. Now, I don't know who's out there. This is a real number. This is for me. And if you're part of Investing Education Academy, you would know that Leon and I often put our own accounts out there. So we're not making up these numbers. We show our statements. But, to wake up and, work a day and still look at your account and you made $3,600, that's the reason we're doing this. How many of you all can say today you made $3,600? I'm not gonna say you did nothing for it because you have to invest. You have to actually put your money in and risk it. But in your savings accounts, and I don't even almost care how much you have in it. Did you make $3,600? I would love to see people putting ones in the comment who have made $3,600 in their savings account today. I'll wait.
It'll be crickets.
It's not happening. And you know what? And I'm still telling you all, I took a 40% nosedive not that long ago, but I was still up overall on what I've been investing in the market, what I invested initially in the market. And Leon will tell you, our group, we were all feeling it at some point, like, is this the moment to bail? Is it not the moment? All of us, emotionally, all of us felt like, okay, crypto was rigged from the beginning. Like we were out, different people at different times, but the reality is we held it together because we were moving as a unit. We kept checking each other, and we look at it the same way the market. Cryptocurrency is going nowhere with the regulations coming out in the U.S., China, Indonesia. All this attention. I personally think it's going to be. Leon, you mentioned this too. Like you think it's going to be good when regulation really hits.
Definitely, yeah.
I agree with Leon, and it's even with that happening, it's not going anywhere right now. And so, for you all who are in stock, thank you for being investors. And we were able to tell one of our members that they're a millionaire last week, and we're going to talk about that soon. But where else is this happening? Like, where else are you all in these conversations and you're talking about who made millions or who made thousands today while still at work or while staying with the kids or with their significant others? How many of y'all made that kind of money? And some of you all made more. Congratulations. But we want you all earning while you're sleeping. That's our goal. So, and that's why we picked the title today.
Yeah, I mean, Warren Buffett said, he was like, I believe it was Warren Buffett. It may not have been, but I think it was Buffett. Somebody made a statement saying that if you don't learn how to make money while you sleep, you'll work forever. And that's true, and that's one beautiful thing about the market is It literally can make you money while you're sleeping. Same thing with crypto. Same thing with any asset that appreciate that any asset in the marketplace, especially as fast moving as crypto or stocks, can literally make you money in your sleep. Crypto can make you money over the weekend.
Here you go.
Yes, there you go. Yeah, it was Buffett. Yeah, yep. So he said if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll you work until you die. Right. Yeah, till you die. So yeah, so I mean, like Brent said, he woke up today in one of his accounts up $3,600, which is great. Even if it was just $10, right? I mean, the fact that he didn't literally do any like manual labor or anything, so there's any really effort to make that money. That's what we're trying to get. We're trying to get everyone to the point where they're making money in their sleep, they're making money on the weekends, they're making money on vacation. That's really our goal with IEA and Investing Education Academy. And we're doing it. Like, our ecosystem is pushing 1,000 people. And we've gotten tons of great feedback as far as what people have gotten from it. And we've taken, we've also gotten some criticism that we've taken in, and we've made some changes. So no, it's been great. But the main thing is, yeah, like you said, like Brent said, to waking up in the morning to be able to see that you've made money from doing nothing is the holy grail for investments, the holy grail in essentially in America. And why we do this in the markets, best way to do it.
Preacher on Leon. Let me pull up the slide.
So topic today is crypto. So the reason we're covering crypto today is, like I said, crypto has been, the last 2 months have been hellish, I'll say. And the reason I say hellish is because if you've been following crypto for the past, so I've only been investing in crypto last year-ish. I've been following crypto really since 2017. So I've seen I was there and I watched it pretty intently because the big crash that happened in 2017, because what people think really caused that was the futures market, and I was deep in the futures then, so I really followed it then. But if you're following crypto, you know that these type of drops, crypto based. So what happened is the cryptocurrency market dropped by anywhere from 50 to 90%, and it happened in about 2 weeks. And some people are like, oh, that's crazy. Oh, that's the worst thing ever. This is like normal for crypto, right? It's like the stock market drops generally on average anywhere from 10 to 20% per year, at least one time. And crypto generally has a 30 to like 60% drop per year on average. So what happened with crypto, this big drop that happened, wasn't that uncommon, right? This is what crypto does, at least primarily once a year. But I think the difference this time is that a lot of novices got into crypto during the COVID drop back in March, because everyone was stuck at home. Everyone had all the stimulus checks. A lot of people were out of work, so had to find ways to make money. And a lot of people jumped into crypto. So I think it just felt worse because there were a lot more people in it. But really, this is kind of par for the course and kind of normal. But it did hurt. I mean, I can't say it didn't hurt. I mean, anytime you see your account down anywhere 50 to 90%, that's painful. But so what we have on the screen here is basically it's a chart. So this chart covers the entire, well, not the entire, I can't say the entire, but it covers 12,000 12,000 coins, 12,000 cryptocurrency tokens. And it's not just Bitcoin.
And Lee, real quick, if you all are looking at this chart, this information is one of those moments, like, again, if you have a friend and you all are doing cryptocurrency together, you want to tag them, send this to them. What we're about to explain is what's been happening in the cryptocurrency marketplace. And some of you all who really love charts are going to love this. And then some of you all who don't get charts is an education for you. But if you were an IEA crypto bull, this is something that we had presented a while ago to the bulls. And we decided, like, it's still pertinent information. We wanted to bring it to everybody. But to have been on the initial introduction of this, you would have had to have been an IEA crypto bull. So if some of you all are looking like, what do you all talk about in some of these meetings? Stuff like this. So we can jump into it, Lee.
Right. So what we've been doing inside the IEA crypto bulls is we've been tracking the movement, the drop, and kind of the sideways, what I call bases in the market, right? So and what we've been doing is we've been actually as a group, as a group and some of it individually, have been buying crypto while we've been tracking it in a chart like this inside the IEA crypto bulls. So like Brent said, these are things that we talk about twice a month. We do presentations like this to the members, the crypto bull members, and soon we'll actually be having people come on to our calls that will talk about NFTs, talk about swaps, talk about a lot of different things. But But anyway, back to this. So basically what this is showing what's happening in the market the last essentially 2.5 months. So what happened is in May, so that the peak, the top of the chart, the peak, kind of there in the middle, it was Mayish. I can't remember the exact date, but it was in May. And then we had that massive drop, right? That freaked everybody out. Like everyone was like, "Oh, crypto's a scam. I lost all this money." That drop, I think, was about 40 to 50%. And then it went sideways, which I call base one. I labeled here base one. And I call it a base one. It's just because you can kind of see it basically base. It didn't go up, it didn't go down. It just kind of went sideways, right? And a lot of people got chopped up in here, right? So a lot of people figured, okay, once it dropped, okay, now it's coming back up. Let me start buying in. And a lot of people bought, and saw it going up and down, up and down, up and down. And then you see at the right hand side of base one, it then went down further and formed another base, which I'm calling base two. And so what I was actually doing in some of the crypto bulls, and Brent, you might have been as well, is during this basing period, I was buying, but I was buying with the thought process of I don't expect it to go up. I was taking advantage of a massive drop, and if it continued to go sideways or it continued to go down, I was dollar cost averaging my way in, and so with some of the crypto bulls as well. So what happened
real quick, Leon? Those of you all who don't know what dollar cost averaging is, that means continuing to put a specific amount of money in, regardless what was happening in the market. So that consistency of an investing pattern allows you to kind of remove the emotion out of it and stop trying to time the market. Because in those base one, base two areas, a lot of people are trying to time the market, looking for another 25% drop on this particular cryptocurrency, a 15% move, which shows it was going to break through. You were trying to time it. And honestly, when you just dollar cost average into something that you believe in the long term, you're going to reduce your stress. You're going to consistently invest. And that is what is dollar cost averaging. So,
yeah, because anyone that tried to time the market during base one, like I said, got chopped up, right? Like they put money in, they're waiting for that big move up. It never happened. And it actually dropped more. So, and what a lot of people probably did was they probably end up selling, figuring, oh, this thing is not going back up. Let me take my loss now and move on. So these things that we covered inside the crypto bulls. But back to base one. So base one lasted from mid-May to mid-June, right? So we had about a month of just nothing, just chop sideways. Then what happened is the market dropped into what I'm calling base two, right? So again, we had a drop below base one, and then it went sideways for another month. That lasted from late June to late July, which was base two. Now, at this point, of course, we see in the chart, the market started to move up. Did anybody know that was going to happen? No. I bought during base one with the expectation that the market probably was going to either continue sideways or go down. But my whole point of doing that was I knew I was buying a 50% correction in the market. I'll take that all day. If it goes to zero, so be it. But a 50% correction in based an asset like crypto or Bitcoin or whatever coin you want to choose is a huge discount. So I bought in base one. It then dropped more, dropped into base two, and went sideways again from late June to late July. Another month, I bought a little more then too. Could it have gone lower? Of course, it could have. I had no idea what it was going to do. But as Brent said earlier, I was dollar cost averaging in, lowering my cost basis at each drop. And then at the right-hand side of the chart, you see since then, so it bottomed end of late June, bottomed like two or 3 weeks ago, where base two bottomed. And then what we see happen there is the market took off, right? So did we know it was going to happen? No. Could it still turn over from this point? Absolutely. We have no idea what the market's going to do. And that's like Brent said, trying to time the market is a fool's game because no one knows what the future holds. All we can do is try to, like I said, dollar cost average in, buy when the dips happen, which lowers your cost basis. And then when the market eventually does turn around, you can see a decent profit. So since late June, over the last 3 weeks, the market's been on a tear, right? It's gone straight up. It bust through base one, base two. It just bust through the top of base one. And it's now approaching that $2 trillion market cap. And all market cap means it's just kind of a way to track the crypto market. It just tells you how much all the coins in the crypto universe are worth. So all the coins in the market right now are worth just under $2 trillion. The height of the market was, as you see in the top middle there, was at right about 2.5 trillion. That was the most crypto had ever been worth as a whole. And it dropped from there. But now we're reapproaching that. We're slowly pushing up to the $2 trillion mark. And then if it gets through that and then pushes the $2.5 trillion mark, we'll then be at a new all-time high. Like I said, will that happen? When will it happen? Nobody knows. But at every dip, me personally, I'm buying on the dips. because I believe in the crypto market in general. I believe in specific coins. So I definitely will be buying on these dips. But this is just a visual of what has happened in the market. So if you're in crypto and you've been like, for like been pulling your hair out, don't know what's happening, you feel kind of lost. This is kind of a visual that can guide you, at least give you a visual into what the market's been doing. Base one, you had with a drop. Base one lasted about a month, and then dropped into base two, lasted about another month. And now we're moving higher, approaching that $2 trillion market cap on our way to 2.5. But we'll see if that actually happens anytime soon. But this is where the crypto market is right now. We are recovering. The market is kind of healing itself. It's actually up. So it's taken back 50% of that drop. So it's right about the midpoint of where from that drop from the high to the low, right about at that midpoint. So we've taken back half of the loss from that 50 to 90% drop. And we'll get back to even at that $2.5 trillion mark. So we'll see. But the crypto market is definitely recovering now.
Yeah. And again, for anybody who's out there thinking, oh, okay, it's recovering, it's just going to keep going up. That is not what we're saying.
Not at all.
At this moment in time, the cryptocurrency marketplace is gaining back some of the losses. But it's only some of the losses depending on when you got into the cryptocurrency marketplace, right? So if you came in at the point where it was at base two's lowest, then you just see nothing but gains. So it really just depends on when you came in. But with anything else, it's a volatile investment. Understand there's risk involved. And for cryptocurrency especially, the biggest risk to cryptocurrency in this arena, in this environment, is governmental risk. We don't know what's going to happen, whether support and or those who are gunning for cryptocurrency, who's going to win and what that's going to mean for us. So just understand from an investor standpoint, there's still a lot of volatility out there. It's a great opportunity, but this is where you want to pick good coins. So we are not going to go down that conversation. We have had it already in the cryptocurrency markets, the bulls market ecosystem, about picking good coins versus trash coins. So it's another word for it, but I'm going to say trash coins for now. We really want you all to feel comfortable with the cryptocurrency marketplace. That's why we're talking about these things, because when we're talking about investing, real estate options, we're going to start presenting more information to you all on options. We're going to start presenting more information to you all on creative ways to leverage life insurance, and also to really use it as an asset, not just a liability. So it's going to be some changes coming to Investing Education Academy. We hope you take advantage of Leon's generosity on this and extending the discounts we have for membership. Is a 50% discount on community membership. There's a 50% discount on insider membership, which is a second tier membership. And then for the IEA Portfolio Panthers, there's a 20% discount. And for you all who are like, well, what's 20%? That's $1,000 off per year for membership. So it's a pretty big deal for anybody who's interested in joining. You have until midnight. When, Leon?
Tomorrow night.
Midnight tomorrow to join if you are not a member and you've been thinking about joining. If you are a member and you want to get your friends into the ecosystem, which has happened quite a lot inside of Investing Education Academy, let them know the discount ends tomorrow at midnight. It will not be extended any further than that. And, we look forward to seeing you inside the community, but 3,600 today. That's pretty cool. And that's not even including my stock account. So I didn't even check my stock account today because I don't check it much. But money is out there to be made while you are sleeping, working, playing with the family, watching TV, playing video games, whatever it is. Make sure your money is working while you are doing other things.
Yeah, I just want to make last point on this chart. Like kind of what Brent said earlier is that, where your account, how your account looks is relative to when you got into the crypto market. And had you bought, say, on the drop, bottom of base one or bottom of base two, you're seeing gains. And this is kind of a good lesson in that you shouldn't fear when the market drops. Like I think we talked about this on a few lives ago. Like the stock market and I guess the crypto market too are the only places where people fear a sale, right? We love sale on cars, we love sale on clothes, we love sale on homes. We love sales in discounts in any arena. But when it comes to the market, as soon as something drops, we run for the hills. And like the positions that I bought during base one in this graph and then base two, those are now profitable positions. And they've now taken back some of the losses from my positions that are a lot higher. So, don't, and there's nothing, a friend of mine sent me something the other day where his, the meme he sent me, it said something about going all in, right? We were talking about options and saying he had to learn the Greeks, and shout out to Aubrey. he had to learn the Greeks. It was saying, learn the Greeks before you go all in. First thing I said to him was the problem with that is it says go all in. You should never go all in on any investment, right? It should be, based on your suitability and based on how much money you can risk. It should be a percentage of the full amount that you have. And I think that's a problem, a really big problem with investing in stock market and now even crypto is people look for that big home run. They're looking at that quick money, looking for that quote unquote fast money, and they go all in. They'll take, if they have 10 grand, they'll put all 10 grand into Bitcoin or all 10 grand into Microsoft. That money should be split up amongst 5 or 10 different asset classes or 5 or 10 different stocks and maybe a few crypto to lower your risk and essentially can help boost your returns. So just want to make that point before we go.
Yeah, and so again, since we're on that Warren Buffett kick, the best investment you can make is an investment in yourself. The more you learn, the more you'll earn. So get into a community where you can learn so you can increase the amount of money that you earn. We joke in these quotes, they have very deep meanings because at some point in time, you're going to be wondering why it is that everybody else around you is retiring early, or why those Investing in Education Academy people and other groups that are out there killing it, why all of a sudden it seems like they're taking a lot of vacations and you just sound like you're working harder and you're getting older. It's because you didn't pay attention when we tried, or someone, not even saying just us, when someone tried to show you to the light and say, look, stop just watching on the sideline, like peeking in, commit, join, learn, educate yourself so you can increase how much you're earning. Your dollars are employees. Like you either have them somewhere working or you have them somewhere on vacation. And many of us with these savings accounts, people with these savings accounts, every dollar you get, you're just instantly sending them on vacation and you're paying for it. You're paying for it through inflation. And that's a whole nother conversation. And I'm not even gonna go there. So I'm gonna self-regulate and say, Leon and I will give you our 2 picks today. Did you choose a crypto or did you choose a stock?
No, for me, it's a stock.
Okay, so Leon chose a stock. I chose a crypto today because I thought it was fitting with what we were talking about. It will be posted in our Facebook group. So if you're listening to the podcast, you can go to Facebook, in the search bar, put in Investing Education Academy. We more than likely will pop up. Join our Facebook group. You get to see our picks. If you are already a member of our Facebook group, you can just go over to the Facebook group and those picks will be up at some point in time between now and tomorrow. And so you can see what our picks are. And if you like them, please move forward. If you don't buy it. Everything includes risk, and you have to do your research to make sure the things that we are suggesting make sense for you and the way you invest your portfolio. And don't just blindly follow Brent and Leon because you figure they never lose. We do.
Oh yeah, it's part of the game. Yeah.
We do pretty well. But it's still moments where we lose. So make sure you do your research. Leon, you got anything before we sign off?
No, that was it. Just if you're not in the crypto market now, now's a good time to start paying attention. If you are, now's a good time to maybe start dipping your toe back in because the market looks to be coming back. In my mind, it really won't be back fully until we take out the recent high, which was at 2.5 trillion, or which is about, most people follow Bitcoin, which is about 64,000 for Bitcoin. So once we do that, I think with the raging bull market will most likely be back. But like I said, we're still down, I don't know what, 25, 35% from the high. We're still at a discount. So, like I said, the market is on sale right now. This is the time, if you have the money, if you have the dry powder and the funds to do it, now's a good time to start nibbling on some crypto positions if you can.
Yep. So everybody, thank you for being with us. Just for those of you all who are interested in the Portfolio Panthers, I just have a cool thing to say. We are possibly looking at buying some beachfront property in another country. I'm really excited about it. Don't know if it's going to happen or not, but it's on the table. Normally we don't say those things, but I just want to say it because I'm excited.
Right. Me too.
Yeah. Everybody enjoy the day. We look forward to continue to present this information. We hope it moves the needle for you and your family.